purchased an alien vessel at an auction nobody came to. The hidden chambers revealed something impossible. In the outer rim of the galaxy, where most planets were abandoned and the stars seemed lonely, he thrived. He made a living repairing old ships, salvaging rare parts, and exploring forgotten star systems. But today, he had stumbled upon something unusual, an auction nobody came to. The auction house was barely visible among the jumble of derelict docks. Its metal walls were scratched and rusted, and the doors creaked as if they had not been opened in years. Inside, the room was quiet. Only a few bidders wandered among the lots, each looking half-interested in old freighters, broken drones, and alien trinkets whose functions nobody remembered. Elias frowned, rubbing his hands together. This was his kind of place. And there it was. It stood in the corner, away from the lights and dust motes drifting lazily through the air. A vessel unlike anything Elias had seen before. Its surface was smooth but irregular, covered in strange patterns that seemed almost alive. It hummed faintly, a vibration that went through the soles of his boots. The auctioneer, a tired-looking alien with many limbs, barely noticed Elias' gaze as he murmured, "Going once, going twice." Elias' heart beat faster. Nobody else was bidding. Nobody even seemed to care. With a grin, he raised his hand. "Sold," said the auctioneer. Elias blinked. That was it. He had just purchased a ship for a fraction of what it would have cost anywhere else. The vessel was towed to Elias' docking bay, a small facility tucked into an asteroid belt where he worked in relative peace. The ship was smaller than a human freighter but larger than any personal craft. Its hull seemed almost organic, and the markings along its surface shifted faintly when viewed from different angles. Elias climbed aboard cautiously. The interior was dim, lit by a soft glow from panels embedded into the walls. He ran his hands along a console that looked more like a sculpture than a control system. "Well," he muttered, "let's see what you're hiding." At first, nothing happened. The panels flickered and the hum quieted. But then he noticed a seam along the floor, a thin line that seemed to lead to a hidden compartment. Kneeling down, Elias pressed his palm against it. The floor vibrated slightly, then slid open silently. Inside was a chamber, larger than he had expected. Its walls were crystalline, catching the light in colors he had no names for. Floating in the center was a console of alien design, its surface glowing with symbols that shifted in real time. Elias' eyes widened. He had seen advanced alien tech before, but nothing like this. It seemed intelligent. Curiosity overcame caution. Elias touched the console. The symbols rearranged themselves, responding to his thoughts, almost as if the ship could read him. He thought about opening a star chart, and a map of nearby systems appeared, three-dimensional and spinning in midair. He thought about communication protocols, and alien scripts filled the space above him, translating themselves into something he could understand. "Impossible," he whispered. The ship was responding to his mind. Over the next few hours, Elias explored every corner of the chamber. Drawers, panels, and hidden compartments revealed objects that seemed ordinary at first. A small crystal here, a folded metallic sheet there. But each contained technology far beyond human understanding. One small device could repair itself instantly when broken. Another could store energy without any apparent limit. But the strangest discovery was yet to come. In the center of the chamber, a hatch slid open to reveal a deep cavity, dark and endless-looking. Elias peered inside and saw a faint, pulsating glow at the far end. A sense of anticipation and fear gripped him. Whoever built this ship had designed it for a purpose, and now, somehow, it had chosen him. He stepped carefully into the cavity. The walls hummed with energy. The glow became brighter, forming shapes that resembled figures or perhaps symbols. Elias reached out his hand, and a sudden jolt of light passed through him, not painful but shocking, like electricity made of warmth and sound. A voice echoed in his mind. Not words as humans spoke them, but images and concepts. It showed him stars beyond the charted galaxy, wormholes that twisted space and time, and civilizations that had existed long before humans learned to leave their home planets. Elias staggered back, heart racing. This is not just a ship," he whispered. "This is a map, a key, something they didn't want anyone to find." The vessel activated further. Panels lit up along the walls and a holographic star map unfolded around him. One region, marked with jagged lines unlike the smooth systems around it, pulsed red. A warning appeared: "End of known physics, proceed at risk." Elias felt both awe and fear. Humans had always dreamed of the stars, of traveling further than anyone else. And now, in this forgotten auction, he held a vessel that could take them there. But at what cost? The hours passed unnoticed as Elias experimented with the alien systems. He learned to control the ship's movement in miniature, hovering, shifting, rotating without touching a physical control. It was alive, yet obedient, responsive to human thought. When night fell across the asteroid belt, Elias leaned against the hull, exhausted but exhilarated. He thought of what this meant. If he could master the vessel, humanity could explore regions of space previously unimaginable. Perhaps they could discover life, knowledge, even technology far beyond anything known. But a part of him worried. The chamber had more secrets than he could guess. Something told him that if the wrong people found this ship, it could be catastrophic. And clearly, others had known it existed once. Why else would it be left at an auction no one attended? He looked around his docking bay, the vessel resting silently, almost expectant. Elias smiled. This was no ordinary purchase. This was the start of something far greater than himself. The next morning, he began preparing for a full investigation. He contacted a few trusted friends, scientists and engineers who shared his sense of curiosity and caution. One by one, they arrived, eyes wide at the vessel's design. Unlike anything they had seen, the ship's technology seemed alive, adaptive, and frighteningly intelligent. Together, they mapped the ship, cataloging every hidden compartment, every glowing console. Each discovery seemed to hint at more. A storage unit that held what looked like liquid light. A chamber containing a metallic sphere that moved on its own, responding to the crew's presence. Every moment revealed something impossible. Finally, Elias returned to the deepest chamber. He opened the hatch again and looked down into the glowing cavity. This time the light flared and formed a shape, almost humanoid but entirely alien. Elias froze. The shape pulsed with energy, communicating, not in words but in thoughts. He felt its awareness reach into his mind, testing him, curious about him as much as he was about it. A clear idea formed in his thoughts. The ship had been designed to find someone like him, someone human, someone clever, brave, and curious, and now it had. Elias stepped back, heart pounding, realizing that the auction, the forgotten vessel, and this hidden chamber had all led to this moment. Humanity had been given an opportunity, unearned but undeniably real. He straightened his shoulders, determination filling him. "We're going to figure this out," he said aloud. "We're going to see where it leads." The vessel pulsed as if acknowledging his words. The hidden chambers had revealed their first secret. But Elias knew this was only the beginning. The impossible awaited. And humanity, in all its unpredictability and daring, was ready. Elias Turner had always known curiosity could be dangerous. Yet, as he stood before the humming vessel in his docking bay, he realized danger was not the only thing it promised. The ship's hidden chambers had revealed something impossible, something that could change humanity's understanding of the stars forever. And Elias could not ignore it. He called in a small crew, trusted friends and experts who shared his hunger for discovery. There was Dr. Lena Core, a physicist who loved puzzles and paradoxes. Milo Reyes, a mechanic whose hands could fix anything, human or alien. And Navi, a star navigator whose instinct for routes through uncharted space was unmatched. Together, they stepped aboard the vessel. It seemed almost alive, its surface pulsing faintly as if greeting them. Panels glowed in response to their presence, and the air hummed with energy. Elias led the team to the hidden chamber, where the crystalline console floated in its otherworldly light. "This is unlike anything I've ever seen," Lena whispered, tracing the symbols with her fingers. "It's interactive. It reacts to thought patterns." Elias nodded. "It's like the ship can understand us. I think it wants us to use it, but it's testing us too." Milo crouched near one of the walls, studying the small devices embedded in it. These aren't just decorations. Some of this tech repairs itself. Some of it anticipates our moves. Whoever built this didn't just design a ship, they designed a living system. Navi stepped forward, eyes scanning the floating star map that had appeared above the console. She pointed to a red-marked region. "That area, it's outside known physics. Space behaves differently there. Jumping into it could destroy the ship or something even worse." Elias frowned but smiled at the same time. "Exactly, which means we have to go." For days, the crew worked to understand the ship. They tested its systems in small jumps, moving from the asteroid belt to nearby star systems. At first, everything seemed normal, barely faster than human ships, but with each jump, strange anomalies appeared. Time moved oddly. A short jump that felt like minutes in the vessel's cabin might take hours or even days outside. Stars seemed to vanish and reappear, distant planets flickering in and out of view. And the deeper they went, the more the ship itself seemed to respond to their thoughts and emotions. Lena noticed it first. "It's learning," she said. "It's adjusting to how we think, how we react. It's studying us." Elias nodded. "Maybe it's looking for something. Maybe it only works fully for someone it trusts, or someone it thinks deserves it." As the ship's systems awakened further, new chambers revealed themselves. One chamber contained a sphere floating in zero gravity, constantly shifting colors. When Milo touched it, the sphere responded to his touch, expanding slightly and then contracting. It hummed, almost like it was communicating. "This is not just a ship," Milo said quietly. "It's a vessel of knowledge. It's alive in a way we don't fully understand." Navi studied the star map, plotting routes through uncharted systems. "We can go anywhere," she said, "but the deeper we go, the stranger the space becomes. There are areas where physics doesn't work the way we know it." Their first jump into the uncharted region changed everything. The ship folded space around them, and the stars outside became streaks of light. Then, everything stopped. Silence, darkness, and a strange sense of weightlessness. The crew felt as though they were floating between reality and nothingness. The holographic console flared, projecting images directly into their minds. Alien civilizations appeared, some thriving, others long extinct. Worlds twisted in impossible ways, planets looping around themselves, suns with rings of unknown material and structures that defied geometry. Elias swallowed. This is what they were hiding. These regions, they're beyond our physics, beyond what humans have ever seen. Suddenly, a voice, or something like a voice, filled the chamber. It was not spoken aloud, but a thought that arrived fully formed in their minds. The energy was intelligent, ancient, and curious. It tested them, presenting riddles of logic, patterns of movement, and strange alien constructs. Lena gritted her teeth in excitement. "It's teaching us, or challenging us. We have to prove ourselves." The crew spent hours working together to solve the ship's tests. Human ingenuity shone in ways the vessel seemed to appreciate. Elias noticed that whenever they collaborated, the ship systems responded more efficiently. It was as if human creativity, cooperation, logic, and imagination activated parts of the vessel alien intelligence could not replicate. Finally, a new chamber revealed itself deep within the ship. It was unlike any other, a vast crystalline space larger than the vessel itself. In its center floated an enormous object, glowing with energy. Elias felt its presence before he saw it, intelligent, powerful, and aware. The energy life form communicated directly with their minds. It was not hostile but probing. Its thoughts were immense, spanning stars, civilizations, and times humans could barely imagine. "You have awakened me," the thought said. Elias could feel the words in his chest. "Many species have tried to master the vessel. None have succeeded. Humans, you are different." "What are you?" Elias asked aloud, his voice trembling. "I am a caretaker, a guardian of knowledge and exploration," the life form replied. "I designed this vessel to find those who are clever, curious, and brave enough to wield it responsibly. Many would exploit it. Humans may not. You are promising." Elias' heart raced. "You mean it chose us?" "Yes," the life form confirmed. "You are tested by your ingenuity, your cooperation, and your courage. If you succeed, the vessel and the knowledge it holds can be used to explore beyond known space, beyond limits others fear to cross." Milo's eyes were wide. "This is insane. The ship isn't just alive, it's choosing humanity." The vessel pulsed in response, sending waves of energy through the chamber. Elias realized the truth. Humans were being given a chance unlike any species in the galaxy. Other civilizations had access to power, but they lacked the combination of curiosity, ethics, and imagination that the vessel recognized in them. Lena stepped forward, all written on her face. "It's an opportunity to lead, not to conquer, to explore, not to dominate. This is what makes humans humans." Navi studied the map, pointing to a system at the edge of the uncharted region. "If we can navigate there safely, we'll prove ourselves. The ship will recognize it. It will trust us further." Elias nodded. "Then we go together." The vessel responded immediately, lights flaring along its crystalline walls. Panels activated, revealing controls they didn't need to touch because the ship read their intentions. It prepared for the jump, folding spacetime around them. As they entered the jump, the universe outside warped into streams of color and light. Stars became streaks, nebulae twisted into impossible shapes, and the very concept of distance lost meaning. The ship adapted to the crew's combined thoughts, stabilizing their passage through regions no human had ever seen. Suddenly, an anomaly appeared, an area where gravity, light, and time behaved unpredictably. A human would panic. But Elias, using intuition and logic, guided the ship carefully. Lena calculated the patterns of energy, Milo adjusted the vessel's internal systems, and Navi charted their path. Together, humans and vessel worked as one. And for the first time, Elias felt a true sense of HFY pride. That humans, with nothing but cleverness, teamwork, and courage, could navigate regions that even advanced alien civilizations feared. Finally, they emerged into a calm, uncharted star system. Strange planets orbited a violet sun, their surfaces shimmering with unknown minerals. One world, in particular, glowed with an inner light, promising knowledge and resources beyond imagination. The energy life form's presence filled the chamber, calm and approving. "You have passed the first true test. Few species could navigate what you just did, few would even attempt it." Elias let out a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. "We did it," he said. "Humans, we did it." The vessel hummed softly, almost as if it were smiling. The hidden chambers had revealed more than technology. They had revealed potential, human potential. The kind that no alien could fully predict, no algorithm could replicate, and no civilization could suppress. But Elias knew this was only the beginning. Beyond this star system lay even greater challenges, civilizations more advanced, and dangers no human had imagined. The vessel had chosen them for a reason, and now it was up to humanity to prove they were worthy. For the first time, Elias felt the weight of possibility, not fear, not greed, but responsibility. And he was ready. The journey into the impossible had begun. The stars stretched endlessly outside the vessel, more strange and beautiful than anything Elias Turner or his crew had ever seen. They had passed the first true test, navigating a region of space that defied human understanding. Yet Elias knew this was only the beginning. Beyond these uncharted systems waited challenges and civilizations that had mastered technologies far older and more advanced than humanity. Elias gathered the crew in the main chamber. The energy lifeform's presence pulsed faintly around them, silent but aware. "We've done something incredible," Elias said, voice steady but filled with awe. "The ship, it chose us. It trusts humans, but we need to prove we can use this power wisely. If we fail, it could mean disaster not just for us but for others in this galaxy." Lena nodded. "We've seen the potential. The physics-defying regions, the systems the ship has hidden. It's a tool, yes, but also a test of ethics, of creativity, and of courage." Milo smirked. "Well, I like tests, especially ones where humans get to prove we're smarter than the aliens think." Navi's gaze drifted to the violet sun of the new system they had discovered. "We need to explore, but carefully. There may be civilizations nearby, and some may see us as a threat, or worse, a prize." Elias took a deep breath. "Then we do what humans do best. We adapt, we improvise, we work together." The first encounter, it didn't take long for the first civilization to notice them. While exploring the system, the vessel's sensors detected a fleet of ships approaching from the dark side of a gas giant. Their design was alien, sleek and efficient, clearly military and clearly hostile. The crew froze for a moment, unsure of how to respond. Humans had faced threats before, but never at this scale, never against a species that had mastered the impossible. Elias stepped forward. "Weapons are a last resort," he said firmly. "We're explorers, not invaders. Let's show them why humans deserve this vessel's trust." Using the ship's adaptive technology, Elias and the crew sent a communication signal, not words, but patterns of light and energy, which the vessel translated into a universal language of thought. The alien fleet slowed, confused. Their sensors were reading something unprecedented. Humans responding not with fear or aggression, but with logic, creativity, and caution. The energy life form pulsed, projecting a subtle message into their minds. Show them what humans are capable of, without violence. Lena suggested an idea. "What if we demonstrate our cleverness? Show them we understand their physics without threatening them?" Elias nodded. "Yes, we can solve their challenge before it becomes a fight." Using the vessel's hidden chambers and adaptive tech, the crew created a small artificial wormhole as a demonstration of their understanding of advanced physics. It wasn't a weapon. It was a display of mastery over the impossible, a human version of a handshake across space. The alien fleet observed, astonished. Their ships shimmered, recalibrating their sensors. Slowly they backed away, seemingly recognizing that these humans were worthy, not enemies. Milo laughed quietly. "Well, I'll be damned. Humans impress aliens without firing a shot." Elias smiled. "This is the HFY moment, Milo. Humans can solve problems in ways others can't. Curiosity, intelligence, cooperation. It's what sets us apart." The hidden chamber's secret with the first test behind them, Elias returned to the ship's deepest chamber. The energy lifeform's presence swelled, guiding him to a new discovery. Another hatch opened, revealing a space even larger than before, filled with structures that seemed almost alive. Crystalline formations glimmered like city skylines, and energy flowed along paths humans could feel but not see fully. This is incredible," Lena whispered. "It's like a blueprint of the universe, but more. These chambers are storing knowledge we can use responsibly or destroy if we fail." The life form communicated a warning. Many species would exploit this. Only humans, if guided by ethics and cooperation, can harness it safely. Elias realized the vessel wasn't just a ship. It was a test, a guardian, and a teacher. It amplified human ingenuity rather than overwhelming it. and the hidden chambers had the power to unlock solutions that no alien civilization could predict. The crew spent hours exploring, cataloging, and understanding the chambers. Every discovery revealed something new. Devices that could repair planets, energy conduits that could power entire cities, and simulations that projected future events based on countless variables. And yet, the ship seemed to respond most strongly to moments of human collaboration, when the crew worked together, solved problems with creativity, or acted ethically rather than selfishly. The ultimate choice weeks passed. The crew explored new star systems, encountered civilizations of unimaginable scale, and witnessed phenomena that defied known physics. Each experience brought a choice: exploit what they had found for power or use it responsibly. Elias knew the stakes were high. The galaxy was vast, full of intelligent species who would not hesitate to dominate or destroy. But humans had something unique: ethics, creativity, and the ability to improvise solutions no one else could anticipate. One day, the vessel projected an image of a distant civilization under threat from a black hole's instability. The aliens there were intelligent, capable, but unaware of the danger. Humanity could intervene, saving billions, but doing so would expose them to scrutiny and risk from more powerful civilizations. Lena turned to Elias. "We can't just ignore this. Humans have the chance to do the right thing." Elias' eyes hardened. "Then we act. That's what makes us humans. We take risks, but we use our minds, our hearts, and our courage to make the right choice." Using the vessel's advanced systems, they created a series of energy conduits to stabilize the black hole's effect, guiding the endangered civilization to safety. The process required precision, teamwork, and ingenuity. It was not easy, and several close calls tested the crew's skill and resolve. When it was done, billions of lives were saved, and the crew emerged stronger, united by the challenge. The energy life form pulsed brighter than ever. "You have proven yourselves worthy. Humans can wield knowledge responsibly. You are ready to explore, to protect, and to lead." Humanity's recognition news of the human vessel spread quickly across the galaxy, though not in the way Elias expected. They were not seen as conquerors or thieves, but as pioneers, problem solvers, and innovators. Civilizations that had long looked down on humans now studied them with respect. Elias and his crew became ambassadors of human ingenuity. They used the vessel to map uncharted regions, stabilize unstable systems, and discover knowledge that had been hidden for millennia. Each mission emphasized creativity, ethics, and human problem-solving, setting a standard no alien intelligence could easily match. Even within their own team, the vessel revealed something deeper. Humans could collaborate in ways that no algorithm could predict, adapt to impossible challenges, and create solutions from imagination rather than brute force. The vessel's final gift. After months of exploration, the vessel revealed one last secret. The deepest chamber opened to a space that seemed to stretch infinitely, filled with energy patterns and star maps that transcended time. The life form communicated one final message: "This vessel is now yours. Use it to explore, to understand, to grow. Lead your species wisely." Many would take power without thought. Humans may rise by curiosity, ethics, and ingenuity. You have earned the right. Elias looked at his crew, pride swelling in his chest. They had passed every test, faced every challenge, and remained true to the qualities that defined humanity: intelligence, courage, and heart. Navi smiled. "We're not just explorers anymore. We're humans proving humans can rise above expectation." Milo chuckled. "And we did it without firing a shot." Lena added softly. "We've unlocked something impossible, and we're just getting started." Elias turned back to the console, the ship pulsing in quiet acknowledgement. The hidden chambers had revealed the first steps, the energy life form had guided them, and now the galaxy awaited humanity. For the first time, he truly understood. The vessel had chosen humanity not for strength, not for cunning, but for something uniquely human, the combination of curiosity, courage, and the will to do what is right. As the ship accelerated toward uncharted stars, Elias felt the thrill of the unknown, tempered by the responsibility of potential. Humans had begun a journey into the impossible, and now, for the first time, the galaxy was watching. The auction nobody came to had set the stage. A forgotten vessel, hidden chambers, and a choice had proven something extraordinary. Humans were capable of greatness, not through domination, but through ingenuity, ethics, and cooperation. And this was only the beginning.